Hi, Canada. Okay, who do you think is the invisible HOH? Well, guys, it's me, your girl. What would you do if you were the invisible HOH, and why? Well, I would do exactly what I did and put up the people on the block who are up on the block. Who do you think is the invisible POV holder and why? I think it's Ty because he pulled himself off the block and your girl ain't stupid. Okay, next. What would you do if you were the invisible POV holder and why? Well, I would keep the nominations the same. Who do you think is the likeliest to flip an alliance? Whatever, an alliance. Dan S. I'm going to say Dan S. or Ty. Who do you trust the most? Jonathan, my kind-hearted East Coast. Who do you trust the least? Sorry, Ty. I'm sorry, my man, but I don't trust you no more. Thank you, Canada, and I love you, Ellie. Thank you.
Hello, hello, hello. Hello, world. Hello, hello, hello. It is me, Your Majesty. Ha ha. Funny questions. Greetings to the world. First of all, royal watchers. Hello, hello. Who do I think is the invisible HOH and why? I absolutely think it's Santina. It is Santina because of the way that she began acting right after the nominations. It's only her that would take a big shot like me. She would have done exactly what I would have done. It's Santina. What would you do if you were the invisible HOH and why? I would do exactly what the invisible HOH has done because I'll be invisible. But my thing is, I would be way better at hiding it. I would act surprised for the world. And, why? Because it is my mission in this game to take big shots. And trust me, even if I wasn't the invisible HOH, I would take that shot with my full chest. Listen, who do you think the invisible POV holder, Who do you think is the invisible POV holder and why? I think it is Daniel C. It's absolutely Daniel C. He confirmed this to me because I'm great. And at first I was you know what? I was actually really happy for him that he pulled that win. I'm so happy he did because if it was Dan, we were going to be in trouble. What would you do if you were the invisible POV holder and why? I think this week I would have either kept the noms the same, so Ty and Dan S, because I know that regardless, Dan S is going. But I wouldn't want Ty to be smug because as soon as he got off the block, he threw it up and he's like, he's walking around pompous like he's the one that pulled all the strings. No, Ty, I pulled strings for you. Know that and never forget it. Who do I think is likeliest to flip? Does it say alliances or alliances? Hope. Absolutely hope. And as bad as this sounds, Daniel C is likely to flip alliances. But hope. More likely hope. Very, 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 very likely. I also think Renee because she is unpredictable. So at this point, actually, scratch everybody. My main culprit for flipping alliances is Renee because we have a girls thing going on. And guess who is now kind of against the girls? Renee. And the way that she's been acting, I don't know. She's very flip-floppy. She's working with Santina. She's working with this person, working with this person. She's trying to run my game, but she can't. Who do I trust the most? I trust Anika the most because of how she stood by me. She showed me utmost loyalty in the week that I was HOH, so I will trust her to the very end of the game. Anika, absolutely. Who do I trust least in the game? I trust Ty the least. As much as I love Ty, and he is playing a freaking great game. I think that he is going to be after me. I think that he wants to get even for the move that I pulled last week. So I trust Ty the very least. Another person that I trust very least. Well, can I have two? I'm gonna give you two. Ty and Renee. Renee is so unpredictable at this point. She's a flip-flopper, but her flip-flop game cannot match the flip-flop game that I'm playing. So yeah, Ty and Renee. And that's it, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you for listening to my thoughts. And on to the next. Bye-bye. See you next week. What up?
Who do you think is the invisible HOH and why? I think in Santina, she's acting real suspicious, very defensive when I confront her, and I hear she's creating lies about me in the house now, so that's very suspicious. What would you do if you were the invisible HOH and why? First of all, I would tell everybody that I am the HOH. I don't need to hide. And I would very likely put up Santina and Renee because both of them should have been gone a long time ago. Who do you think is the invisible POV holder and why? My guy Daniel C, I know it's him. He admitted it to me and told me he was going to pull me off the block, and he followed through on his word. So I'm back, baby. What would you do if you were the invisible POV holder and why? Well, it's pretty obvious. I'd pull myself off the block and tell the HOH that I'm coming for them next. Who do you think is the likeliest to flip allegiances? Santina, the biggest snake in the grass. Who do you trust the most? Right now, definitely Claudia, but Kuzie is a very close second. Who do you trust the least? Big Santorini. She's gone next. Bye. Yes,
High
sir.
five. Oh, ow.
Wrong side, Bree.
I said you were going to be boring to pass by. Okay. Who do you think is the invisible HOH and why? I definitely think it's a toss-up between Santina and Anika. The noms and who was renommed just seems to make the most sense with those two. But regardless, whoever it is, they're doing a really good job at hiding it. What would you do if you were the invisible HOH and why? I definitely think, and I've been quite transparent about this, is I would throw up a person from either side of the house when it was more apparent what the sides of the house were at the beginning of the week, just to see if that would have created more of a divide, if it would have brought people together, how it would have looked like, what people would have switched up. I think that would have kept people on their toes. Who do you think is the invisible POV holder and why? I definitely think it is Mr. Tyson himself, or Mr. Ty, however you want to say it. I think he's doing a very, very good job at hiding it. At first, it was a toss-up between Hope and Ty, but I think, based on my conversations, I've narrowed it down to Ty. What would you do if you were the invisible POV holder and why? Okay, this is where it gets a little bit, If I won the invisible POV, I definitely wouldn't have told anybody that I won it, and I would not have used it. For the first time, I would have let the block stay as it is and just have the boys battle it out, because I don't want to see my ladies up there. Who do you think is the likeliest to flip allegiances? Ooh, right now, everybody still kind of seems wish-washy, including, well, I was very true to my two other girly pops and the rest of the girls. However, it looks like maybe Kuzie and Claudia could flip at some point, and I'm hoping that's not the case. But I could see them maybe forming more allegiances. Maybe not necessarily flipping, but forming more to keep themselves protected. Who do you trust the most? Oh, yikes. I honestly trust Daniel C a lot, as well as Nene. I also trust Claudia a lot. However, I really think that she has suspicions that I'm the HOH this week, which couldn't be further from the truth. So that has shaken our trust a bit. But definitely maybe Claudia, Nene, and Daniel C. Who do you trust the least? It's definitely gotta be Mr. Ty, and probably Kuzie at this point. I think she's got a lot more up her sleeve that she's not sharing. Bye, guys. Johnny!
Hello again, guys. Halfway mark. Super impressed with myself here. Okay. Who do you think is the invisible HOH? Well, I know for a fact, because she told me, is Santina. What would you do if you were the invisible HOH, and why? Well, to be honest, I probably would have put up the same guys in Ty and Dan S. I mean, they're competitors, and we've been on different sides of the house the last couple weeks, so it just would be a great game move to try to evict at least one of them, because moving forward, it would benefit my game for sure. Who do you think is the invisible POV holder and why? Well, I happen to know this person very well. He's part of my alliance, The Crown, and it is my guy, Daniel C. And I'm so happy for him. He got that dub. He's been wanting us so bad, so when I heard he had it, I was super happy for him for sure. What would you do if you were the invisible POV holder and why? Well, that's a good question. To be completely honest, I feel like I wouldn't have used it. I'd have to be in the situation, but I'd have to go with, I would have left things the same for sure, because working with Santina, I felt like that's what she would have wanted for sure. Who do you think is the likeliest to flip alliances? Ooh, that's a good question. That's a loaded question. I mean, I'd like to think that no one in my alliances would flip. I trust these people with everything in this game. I mean, I get it, it's Big Brother Canada, and like, you can't trust people completely because at the end of the day, there's only one winner. But to answer the question, I hope no one in my alliance for sure, but rest assured, I won't flip, and I'll do what's best for my alliance moving forward. Who do you trust the most? Wow. That's a letter-loaded question. I mean, I'm starting to realize you can't trust people completely, but if I had to pick someone I'd completely trust most, I have to go with my guy Hope. I mean, I feel like he wouldn't betray me at all, and I'd like to hold on to that. I really like this guy in the game, and I really like him as an ally, so I'd have to go with Hope. Who do you trust the least? Okay, that's a relatively easy question because I've been betrayed before by this person in this game. So moving forward, it just wouldn't be a smart move to trust this person with my game or anything around my game. So I have to go with Ty on this one. Yeah, I mean, it just wouldn't be good for my game to trust them. So yeah, definitely Ty for sure. Thanks, guys.